Okay, so this is definitely childhood trauma related. This is definitely spiritually and warfare related, I guess you can say too. Okay, so when someone realizes what kind of energies they hold and avoided in terms of who they ultimately become, they can, in a way, parasocial. God, that looks so crazy. Hold on. I can't put the freaking camera. Look at this guy. You can't even see this guy. Okay, you know what? They tend to parasocial themselves to. This is everyone. Okay. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Embarrassing moment there. I did this for this, and I learned this because of that, right? Well, if people are, hurting you, and you remember these things, and, I thankfully am not as. Now, I'm spiteful, but I'm not vengeful, right? So, it depends which, in this case, anyways, so to have these people do things to you and hurt you, of course, is to know how that feels and eventually want to be better and bigger and stronger than that. But some people think doing that means becoming the problem, right? And in this case, Loud Creek, in this case, if you can identify one problem and you put that problem, apathetic, insecure, self-confidence, domineering, careless, and you put that problem onto more than one person, and out of more than one person, one of those people not only see the problem, but also see how far that problem has went. To approach things with compassion is to approach things clear-headed, is to approach things open-mindedly. Now, when someone's trying to help you and your ego's in the way, there's only so many things that become obvious and that can happen at a given moment to balance this, right? Soul-searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, independence, alone, inner guidance, meditation, consciousness, difficult decisions, the magician reverse. Okay, so someone here was trying to help someone and they saw past this person's pain, but what they did not see past was where this person was putting their pain. Another Loud Creek. You can become bigger than a problem, and you can also take that problem into your own hands. But when you fail to consider the latter and those participating, you're only left with your own growth, if you choose so. Oh, who's here? Is someone dropping something off? What the? I'm gonna pause this. Look at this tiny little. This is such a small package. I can only imagine what's in it, and I'm going to open it on camera. A little intermission. Maybe I can gather some more patience. My AC has, when it's super hot, you already know, talking is the worst. But when it's super cold, it's just as bad. I start stuttering, shaking. Oh. Okay, if you know anything about ACs and your windows, if you leave them open, it can cause the AC to run longer than it needs to. So if the AC, if the, okay. So yeah, the AC is on, it's cold, cold air AC. Windows open, it'll cause it to be more cold, which is what I did. Susie Wiles has early stages. Guys, what are these notifications? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Wait, I thought this was a tarot deck. Okay. I need to smell this. Holy. This is perfect for right now. Guys, this is perfect. Oh my god. Holy. This kind of smells like the J.Lo perfume from Walmart. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god. Goosebumps again. Got my mouth. Okay, so what I'm getting here is there is a lot of triangulation and third-party energy still, and your person in question is not only still stuck in a cycle, but it's a childhood one, right? And like I was saying, when you're able to recognize a problem at its core, people can go one or two ways with that. You can, take the healthy path, or you can take it into your own hands, which usually brings more confusion. These were actually reversed. I had a rough childhood, so I start thinking the worst case scenario. I know most are illusions, but they feel so real. I am planning on how to turn something practical into passion. Is that even possible? Can something practical become passion, or is that when it becomes an addiction? The more practical something is, the more effort, right? So this is almost like an analogy to what I'm talking about. It's like, do you want to take a practical route with more effort, or a more intuitive route with maybe more trial and error, but at least more clarity, right? That's a good thought to have. Yeah, I don't want to direct this message too much, but it's playing into witchcraft. Like, it's like watching someone become worse. It's like watching someone in bad health, like watching them deteriorate. It's like somebody was seeing this happen, and instead of taking the help, they allowed their, I don't want to say hatred or not disappointment, lack of integration maybe. You know, these are all excuses in a way, like, but if you're doing certain things, you're gonna have to be held accountable in one way or another, whether it's direct or not. But like, this is the type of person that will hate you for life. And like, even if you can't accept that for them, like, you have to agree with them in terms of that. Like, if you can't be on the hate train with them, then they can't physically exist around you. Like, they biologically cannot handle healing at this point. Like, they've let themselves give their hatred to these archetypes or these people that they think are still this way. They've been in this victim role for so long. This is a narcissist for sure. Like, I mean, this is ridiculous. I thought I was past this energy. Unbiased judgment, justice, independent, clear boundaries, coldness, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. Mental clarity, success, breakthroughs, new ideas, sharp mind, new beginnings, decisions, and surgery. I hope nobody's getting surgery. Yeah, these are one of those messages that I just know needs to just get out there. I just need to get it out the way. Disappointing news. Yeah, defensive player, looking for spiritual strength, awakening. Yeah, this person tried to come back into the world in what they deemed growth or maturity. Lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, inner happiness. They didn't come back in with inner happiness. They didn't step back out with inner happiness, guys. Fear. I mean, it's deeper than just that, too. Like, it definitely stems from fears and ideologies. When you just have the wrong mentality, it's... I'm talking about wrong. It's the right time to take action. It's the right time to move on and become better. That goes for anyone involved. There's a time and a place for everything. Woo! Love, harmony, relationships, happiness. Yeah, so no trauma bonding, right? We don't need to do trauma bonding. Justice actually came up outright, but I picked it up reverse. Injustice, karma, dishonesty, corruption, casual avoidance. Okay, yeah. So however you want to take this, but the way I'm seeing it is like, okay, you weren't putting up with my narcissism, so therefore, you're just as bad as anyone else that's hurt me. So therefore, I don't even know if my roommate's here. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's a lot of noises. So therefore, you get the same amount of animosity and revenge, hatred, the total opposite of what you're supposed to be doing. Guys, oh my god. I'm still learning how to do readings, like, in terms of what I can and can't say, because at this point, I relate to this message. I think that's also why I wanted to do it so hastily. There's a lot more I could say about this stuff, but I feel like I need to see where this goes. But if you resonate with this message, either check out my earlier ones, or I'll probably have more after this. I don't follow a script. It's, yeah, like, I can get more clarity on this message, but it's like, if you know it's for you, you know it's for you. Like, courage, persistence, resilient, test of faith, boundaries. Yeah, you can either take it as a lesson, test of boundaries, proof of your resiliency. Gearing up for worst, pessimism. It could always be worse. It could always be better. Also depends. In terms of this, there's a lot of energy. Fear, anxiety, terror, negative emotion, deep unhappiness, on the verge of collapse, inability to cope or face life, mental pain, guilt, regret, remorse. That's pretty deep. We don't need a lot of that. A lot of that is there. Nobody is completely healed, guys. I just rest, relaxation, new ideas, new plans. Yeah. November. Okay, so if you're working on things now, November might be or that's a birthday. Planning somebody's birthday. Somebody here planning a birthday. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Anyways, I don't really like posting short videos, and I don't really like just making it strictly about other people. Like, sometimes even a content creator just needs something for themselves. Even just to know that they've posted something someone can watch and resonate with, even if it's not clear. Well, not even clear, but specific, I guess. You know, short form content, I would consider this. I don't know how people do this. Like, they really, guys, I can't put too much energy into recording. If you know, you know. I've already tried. And on another note, I got other things and other ideas when it comes to how I want to use my camera, my cinematography. Okay, I'm gonna do one more shuffle and see what we get. Sick. The Fool. Oh yeah, this is like definitely temperance, patient, moving on energy. High Priestess, yeah. I mean, why not? Ashe, and thank you.